In 1127, the capital of the Northern Song Dynasty fell to the Jin Dynasty. Over 3,000 members of the Song royal family and court officials were captured and taken off as captive by the Jin Dynasty. Amidst this turmoil, Empress Zhu, the wife of Emperor Qinzong, made a courageous decision. Rather than enduring the humiliation of the Jin captors, she chose to end her own life, becoming the first empress to sacrifice herself for the country. Empress Zhu's name was Julian. She was born in 1102 during the reign of Emperor Qinzong to a scholarly and esteemed family. She received an exceptional upbringing. Her father, Zhu Bocai, a military commander, ensured she had the best education possible. From a young age, Empress Zhu displayed remarkable intelligence and a love for learning. Recognizing her potential, her father spared no expense in providing her with a diverse education, engaging knowledgeable teachers to guide her. With these advantages and her brilliance, Empress Zhu blossomed into a talented and well-educated woman, excelling in poetry, calligraphy, and painting. Empress Zhu was not only intellectually gifted, but also renowned for her beauty. She had almond-shaped eyes, slender eyebrows, and dark and lustrous hair. According to legend, on the day she was born, an auspicious cloud floated overhead, and a phoenix was rumored to have landed. Her father wholeheartedly embraced these signs, believing that his daughter would bring prosperity to the family. Numerous high-ranking officials and nobles expressed interest in marrying Empress Zhu, but her father rejected every proposal, aspiring to wed his daughter to a member of the imperial family. In the end, the crown prince Zhao Huan, the future emperor Qinzong, who was also interested in Asian literature and poetry, took notice of Empress Zhu's talents and beauty. In 1116, at the age of 14, Empress Zhu entered the palace as his consort. Empress Zhu, known for her beauty, gentleness, and talents in poetry and painting, particularly excelled in capturing the beauty of landscape, flowers, and birds in her art. Zhao Huan greatly favored her, and together they had a son, Zhao Chen. But despite the apparent harmony, tensions grew between the Song dynasty and the Liao dynasty, intensifying as the Jingren people emerged in the north to establish the Jin dynasty. This new power quickly conquered both the Liao dynasty and Western Xia, rapidly expanding its influence. The Liao dynasty faced repeated defeats and significant losses, prompting Emperor Huizong to aspire to reclaim the 16 prefectures. In 1120, he formed an alliance with the Jin dynasty to besiege the Liao dynasty. In the end, they indeed joined forces to overthrow the Liao dynasty. However, after the fall of the Liao, the Song dynasty effectively lost the Liao dynasty as its buffer. The Jin dynasty even seized control of these 16 prefectures and harbored a strategic interest in the prosperous Song dynasty. They were so ready to launch an attack at any moment. By 1125, Emperor Huizong saw the danger looming, abdicated the throne to his son, who became Emperor Qinzong. Huizong continued to govern behind the scenes while preparing for a southward escape. Emperor Qinzong ascended the throne and bestowed upon consort Zhu the title of Empress. During the onset of the battle, Empress Zhu was expected to remain concealed within the palace. Despite this, she was resolute in her determination to support the royal family during this precarious period. Taking matters into her own hands, she led the ladies-in-waiting in crafting warm clothing for the soldiers, aiming to bolster their spirit. Witnessing the Empress' initiative, the women of the city rallied behind her. The influx of warm garments into the military camps significantly uplifted the soldiers. Through concerted effort, the Song army successfully repelled the Jin forces, safeguarding their capital. However, the emperor abandoned the opportunity to pursue the enemy, opting for negotiation once again. This hasty peace-seeking undoubtedly exposed their weakness to the enemy. As expected, a second attack quickly followed. In 1126, the Jin forces attacked the capital once more. This time, Emperor Qinzong's order changed multiple times, leading to confusion in military command. Additionally, the generals who came from civilian backgrounds were clearly outmatched by the Jin forces. In 1127, the Jin forces reached the capital of Northern Song Dynasty, and after occupying it, the Jin emperor abolished the title of Emperor Huizong and Emperor Qinzong. Following these, Zhao Go moved south to establish Southern Song Dynasty, marking the end of the Northern Song Dynasty. The fall of the Northern Song Dynasty marked a tragic chapter in Chinese history. After being deposed, the two emperors were not only captured, but also stripped of their imperial robes and demoted to commoners. Following their capture, both emperors, along with Empress Zhu and other royal family members, endured a harrowing treatment at the hands of the Jin conquerors. It was the 4th lunar month, and the weather in the south was still very cold. Emperor Huizong, Emperor Qinzong, and Empress Zhu all wore thin clothing. At night, they couldn't sleep, resorting to burning firewood and other materials to keep warm. Empress Zhu was exceptionally beautiful and frequently subjected to harassment by the Jin soldiers. The procession of captives suffered greatly during their journey to Jin territory, with many succumbing to disease before reaching their destination. In 1128, the Jin forces, in a display of triumph and humiliation, held a degrading sheep-leading ceremony at the ancestral temple. During the ceremony, all the captives had to remove their upper clothing, wear sheepskin, have ropes tied around their necks, and then be paraded around the temple like sheep in a humiliating public display. After this public humiliation, the captive, including Empress Zhu, were further degraded by being forced to bathe naked and serve the Jin emperor, nobles, and soldiers. The emphasis of chastity and honor in women of that era compounded the shame experienced by Empress Zhu. Following the humiliation, Empress Zhu chose to end her life by hanging, but she was saved. Later, when unobserved, she ultimately ended her life by drowning. At that time, she was only 26 years old. Ironically, in 1130, Empress Zhu's courage earned praise from the Jin Emperor Taizong, who described her as holding on to purity and integrity, maintaining her chastity. While others were intoxicated, she remained sober, never bending her principles, and posthumously honored her as the Lady of Virtuous Chastity of Jingkang country. Emperor Huizong and Emperor Qinzong were detained and insultingly titled Duke of Foolish Virtue and Marquis of Heavy Foolishness. 9 years later, Emperor Huizong passed away at the age of 54. It is said that the Jin people turned his body into oil. Although it appeared that he was buried, there was no body in the coffin. No one knows the whereabouts of his remains. Emperor Qinzong lived longer and died in 1156.